Want a step-by-step breakdown of exactly how to call leads and sellers that are in pre-foreclosure, but you're not sure how to do it? Check out this live call where I literally break down the whole process of going and getting a lead, calling, seeing how to send text messages, how to use ChatGPT AI to make those conversations or even know what to say. Check it out right here. I got it for you. Let's talk about polling the list, because I know Batch has pre-foreclosure information on the platform too.
Yeah.
But this is how pre-foreclosure lists work, everybody. Depending on the county, depending on where you live, some of the data is like, you have to go to the county to get it like immediately, and then Batch and every other service, it's not just Batch, it's like you name it. They get it a little bit later, right? Whether that's like a couple hours later, a couple days, I don't, it depends on the county. But I actually just reached out to my title company and got it directly from the county. So they email it to me, and Landry, she's going to show you how we skip trace it, and then we're going to call it. We're going to see if we can get a hold of these people and be empathetic to their situation. Just say, hey, I'm calling to see if you're selling your property, whatever. I'll take you through that once we get there. But that's how I got these lists. But again, you can get them from Batch. But if you want to be like super quick about it, depending on the county, sometimes you can just go directly to the county.
So what I did, guys, for these lists that Nathan sent over to me is I imported them first into Batch. And once again, everything has to be blurred for YouTube. But if you guys get into, we'll share the link later today if you want to get into the Batch community or anything like that. And if you need to reach out to me for any questions that you have without having the screen blurred, absolutely let me know. But basically, I came into my list. It's just an area where you can manage and stack all of your data, do everything under the sun. I imported the list in bulk, took a couple minutes, grabbed it in here, and I'm just going to filter out one of them. Let's do like Davis County, for example. After it was uploaded, it looked just like this within my account, their addresses and everything, and I could definitely dive into the details. But I selected them, I clicked actions, and then it's kind of blurred here, but there's an action down here that says just skip trace. So like 3 clicks to get it all skip trace, takes a couple seconds, and then I exported it out of here as well. I export and then you download it from your reports. So not a ton that we can show you guys with everything being blocked and blurred out, but kind of just to show you the simplicity in terms of getting the phone numbers and emails so you can start those conversations and then pulling them off of your account if necessary, or working them right here within your BatchLeads account.
That's simple, huh?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
This is if someone answers, someone calls in, right? Hey, how can I help you? This is, Nathan with Offer on Homes. Really, like, these are just the bullet points of how to talk to someone. You want to call, set the stage, let them know why you're calling, get their contact info if you don't have it already. That's if they call in. You want to dive into the property condition, the motivation, dive a little bit deeper into the motivation, why they're selling, their timeline, if they owe anything. Now, if these people are in pre-foreclosure, they obviously owe something. They haven't made their payments, right? And then home value, what do they think it's worth? What do they want for it? And then the next steps, this is a leads manager script. So they would be setting it up for an acquisitions rep, which would be, me, I'd close it. But, this is that's why I'm saying scripts for me. It's whatever. It's just the general flow, just letting everyone know that, don't live and die by the script, because it's whatever. Just, get on the phone, start talking to people.
Yeah. If you had a conversation with somebody, you don't want it to sound super scripted. So I think that they can be a really good kind of guideline to be like, okay, I got to make sure that I ask this or have the answer for this frequently asked question, even from sellers.
Let's pull up these lists. A lot of people would be like, well, let me look up the property before I call. Guys, I don't care.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't care what's the address. I don't care anything about that. Only thing I care about is getting them on the phone and seeing if they're open to selling, or seeing if they'd be wanting to have a conversation. Because a lot of people, they're like, let me research it really quick before I call, because I don't want to get anything wrong. The chances of these people answering is very slim. I'm just letting you know, because they're probably getting blasted. So I'm going to call, text, and actually Batch gives them an email, so I could do that too. This is the dialer that you can use. It's free. It's Google Voice. You just can sign up through your email. As you can see, I signed up through mine, and we're just going to take these numbers and let's see if we can just copy and paste, because I got on my other tabs. And okay, let's give it a call. And
what list is this from again? I'm going to make notes just off to the side. Might as well.
This is pre-foreclosures. Can you guys hear that?
Mm-hmm.
That ringing?
Yeah.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 801-793.
So I chose Davis County, by the way, everybody.
0 is not available.
That is looking for
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hi, I'm looking for Skylar. I got your information. I'm not sure if I have the right number. This actually, when I call this, says Uzco Excavation, so might not have the right data. But I'm calling about the property on 2424 West. Apparently, it's for sale, or I've heard that potentially you're thinking about selling it. I'd love to make an offer. If that's not correct, please call me back. I don't want to keep bothering you. I do call multiple times, so if you could just text me back or let me know if it is, or if you would like an offer, love to chat. Bye. Okay, and then I want to just say, hey, call me back.
I like how you do that too in your voicemails, just like, hey, like just giving you a heads up. I usually do reach out a couple times to try to get a hold of you. So let me know, like definitely call me back to let me know that, I don't want to bother you essentially. I think that tells people like, oh, I'll call him back because I want him off my list, which could then, or want to be off your list, that have that conversation then. So
Yes, I'm going to warn them, like, I ain't never going to leave you alone unless you get back to me.
yeah.
Please leave your message for 801.
Fine. It didn't ring that long, so potentially she just ended the call. I don't play, guys. Like, let me just talk to someone.
I know, right?
Hello.
Hey, Kristen, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm doing really good. Hey, sorry to bother you. I think I might have the wrong information here, but I was calling because I believe you own a house on 1226 North, 450 West in Clearfield.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was calling because I got your information from a list of pre-foreclosures, and I'm just curious if you're open to selling or if that's even correct. It could be wrong.
No, I'm going to keep the house.
Okay. Is the data wrong though? Or are you in pre-foreclosure?
Who are you?
My name's Nathan. I actually buy properties all the time off of this list, and
Oh, yeah, no, I'm good. You can put me on like a do not call list or whatever you have.
Okay, not interested. Okay. Thank you so much,
No,
Kristen.
not at all.
Have a good one. There you go. Just straight up answer because I ain't playing.
Yeah.
This is cool. So you guys just saw I called her 3 times. She was there. Why did she not answer? I'm sure she's getting called a lot. She said she's not interested. She's going to keep it. So what would I do in this situation? Guys, do I believe that she's going to be fine? I could just take her word for it, but
Yeah.
I have her number. I know she's real. I know that she's probably in pre-foreclosure just from the way she reacted, or people just be like, no, that's wrong. So
Yeah.
for me, I'm just going to maybe try from a different number or text her or send her a mailer or maybe even go knock. I know she said no, but like that's to me, people all the time that are in pre-foreclosure. Oh, look, we just got another text.
Oh, there you go.
So all the time people that are in pre-foreclosure are like, nah, I'm good because they're in pre-foreclosure.
Yeah. It's already taken care of. My church
Right.
is helping me. Like you get all the answers under the sun, or somebody's
Right.
helping me next week. Like
Right.
anything they can
It's
come up with.
possible that it doesn't work out, right? I've had a lot of
Yeah.
people who lost their houses because they thought everything was taken care of. So for
Yeah.
me, I'm gonna highlight that and say, okay, I got the right person. I'm just gonna check in, okay? Because you never know, and we have the right person. That's cool. Got it. All right. So I'll take that
Perfect.
list and I'm gonna highlight it in green because she answered. Now I'm not gonna bother her, hit her up like in a couple days. She said no, but I'm at least gonna say, okay, got the right person.
Would you say what, like, because I can't, how long does it take? I know it depends on the area. I don't know how it is in Utah or that county for pre-foreclosures, for it to actually go to auction and for the whole process, because I know it can really drag out for a while.
Yeah.
So when would you potentially try to reach back out to somebody like that?
So 90 days is when the pre-foreclosure process usually takes 90 days, right?
Okay.
So check this out. So this list just came out. So it's potential that, this just happened and
Yeah.
they're like, they think they're good, or maybe it's like they are good and they just missed the payment and they got on the list. But it usually takes, send a lot of warnings to you before they put you on a pre-foreclosure list, but she probably has a while. That's why a lot of people aren't like always motivated on pre-foreclosure lists, especially if they've been it multiple times. They know that they have a couple months before they have to catch it up, right?
Yeah.
And they
Okay.
can work
So
with you.
kind of maybe like 60 days, would you say? Maybe like
Yeah,
a month
yeah.
before, if they're still sitting there on that list, then reach back out because,
Right.
maybe at that point they haven't figured it out.
Yeah, like again, you're kind of looking for the right opportunity, and who knows. All right, so
Mm.
let's look at this text message. It's not for sale yet. We're
Oh,
going to stay, I think. And even if we do sell, it won't be till after the repairs are complete. So guys, what would you do in this situation? Would you just say, okay? Would you kind of try and figure out how to provide value? What would you do, Landry? There's no right or wrong answer. I might do something completely different than you. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, what comes to my mind anyway is that I don't know exactly how I would go about saying it, but they're talking about that we have to take care of these repairs first. You're like, okay, well, we don't care about that. We're going to flip it probably anyway, probably put the repairs in ourselves. So it's like, that's not an issue. And I would probably just try to get a little bit more information because they're saying, I think, not yet. So it seems like they're interested at some point and they feel like the repairs are in the way when really that's a non-issue, depending on the condition of the property. But, I don't know exactly what you would say, but is that at least on the right track?
Yeah, that's good.
More?
Yeah, for me, it's like I want to kind of press on the fact that they think they're going to flip it, right? Because if they're in pre-foreclosure and don't have money to pay the bills, how are they going to pay 20, 30K on repairs, right? So for me, I'm going to talk a little bit more about flipping. I'm like, oh, okay, you planning on flipping it? Do you have a contractor? Are you going to do it yourself? Because for me, I can provide value and say, hey, I flip too. I have some great contractors if you need them. And I'm going to go the value route. The people that win is quality over quantity. You can make 1,000 dials on a pre-foreclosure list and I can make maybe 20 and probably have better conversations than if you just call and just you're not trying to get personal and like work with people, right? I have a problem of like being too wordy. I have to actually use ChatGPT to say, hey, shorten down this text message. And I'll actually, do you know about ChatGPT at all?
Yeah, I've used it a couple times. There's been a few, it's given me some good, let's use it on this. It's given me some good,
this can help everyone out. This is sick.
Good ideas for things.
Yeah, guys, ChatGPT is a game changer. Let me show you guys one more thing. It'll blow you.
Yeah.
So you go here to new chat, you type in, how should I respond to this text message with empathy and showing that I want to buy the house, and I put it right there. Thank you for letting me know, and it whips it out. Okay.
That's so cool. It's good. Yeah, really comes in handy. I kind of forget about it sometimes.
And then the script as well. So make me a script for calling sellers that are in because this is cool. I was just talking last time I talked. There he goes. Starts whipping it out.
Okay? That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So this guy didn't respond, but again, I'm going to highlight it because we got the right person.
Yeah.
And, out of the two people that responded, they've both been the right people, which is, freaking great data from BatchLeads. Let's freaking go. Hey, check this out. Text just came through from our guy right here. Let's pull it
great.
up.
I was curious about what they'd say.
We had a fire in the garage, so the insurance is paying a restoration company to fix everything. I'm an excavation contractor myself. So if you ever have any excavation needs, I'd love to have a chance to at least give you an estimate. I specialize in underground utilities such as water, sewer, storm drainage. So we have a situation. Awesome. Like, he's going to be way more willing to respond to me because I led with value and I'm not like just trying to you want to sell? Do you want to sell?
And who knows, maybe, and now he's trying to turn it around and also provide you value here as well.
Hey, and if you like that information, subscribe and hit the bell icon so we can send you more information of how to do deals right now.